All right. Good afternoon. Happy meteorological fall. You know, us weather folks, we like to denote our own dates for things. So while the autumnal equinox and the official start of fall isn't until the 22nd of this month, we are declaring it as fall. So happy meteorological fall. Get out your decorations and whatnot. Enjoy it. Hey, it's felt like fall the last several days. And honestly, we're going to have a series of fronts that come through here that's going to at least keep the air dry. It won't stay very cool. By cool, I mean we're not dipping into the mid 50s, low 50s, any 40s anytime soon. But we'll stay in the 60s. We'll keep those humidity levels at a manageable, number. And our highest rain chances, albeit still slim, are going to be Tuesday and Wednesday. And then our highest heat levels will be Thursday through Sunday, and that will primarily be a dry heat. All right, it is Labor Day. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day off, a great holiday, however you're choosing to spend it. We have an inverted trough. It's draped across the Mississippi Valley. Actually, it might just be a basic trough. Either way, that's the source of our rain over northern Alabama. It's very spotty. Hadn't been a whole lot of lightning strikes here till recently. There's the view of the last hour off the Birmingham radar. If you're up near Smith Lake, you may have been chased off the lake earlier. If you're up near Lake Gunnersville, you got a shower thunderstorm on the way. A little bit of rain north of Huntsville, a shower in Cullman, and a lot of this focused in the western half of the state, southern Cullman County, seeing some good rain. Same deal here, downtown Birmingham. Going to see some rain and points all around the suburbs there. Homewood, this might get down to Vestavia, Gardendale. So, again, hit and miss rain. A lot of us in Alabama are dry. Again, there's the big picture. If you're down in the Wiregrass, what a beautiful Labor Day it is. Not a drop of rain to be found. It's 85 in Dothan and Troy, 89 in Andalusia, 90 in Monroeville, 85 in Birmingham, 86 in Tuscaloosa, and a rain-cooled 78 in Huntsville. All right, here's a look at the HUR. Let's go to tomorrow. Again, I mentioned Tuesday and Wednesday, our highest rain probabilities. I lean towards Wednesday being a little bit better coverage, but we'll walk it through Tuesday first. And again, we could see showers in the morning. It'll be just that, showers. We're not going to have any thunderstorms. Not a lot of instability with this. If we get any thunderstorms, it won't be until later in the day. But with this boundary draped here, we won't rely on daytime heating, so showers will be possible through the morning and into the afternoon. You can kind of see where they're clustered here. I look back up towards Nashville, and then you stretch back towards the Mississippi Delta over here, and you can see kind of how they line up along that boundary. So that'll be the source point of showers Tuesday night, and into the day on Wednesday. So low temperatures tonight will still be relatively cool across southeast Alabama. How about that? 61 in Troy, 63 in Auburn, 62 in Monroeville compared to 66 in Birmingham, and 67 in Tuscaloosa and Demopolis. A lot of that has to do with the cloud cover being in place. I make this reference a lot in the wintertime. But when you pull sheets on top of you, right, a blanket, if you will, that keeps you warm, right? It keeps your body heat from escaping into the room, and the Earth's surface works a very similar way. Cloud cover is that blanket, and the heat from the previous day, it does not escape into the atmosphere as readily. Rather, it's trapped by those clouds, and we don't cool off as quickly. So, cloud-free, no sheet, cloudy, overcast, like having a sheet just for the Earth's surface. So a little tidbit. High temperatures Tuesday, going to be variable, mainly 80s across the state. Might see a 90-degree reading to the south. And then on Wednesday, again, rain, cooled air. The northern half of Alabama will keep us in the 80s, a few 90s across the southern third of the state. Here's the upper pattern. I've just kind of drawn a cold front, very basic on here. You're going to have some really good cool air across the Great Lakes. We're talking 10, 15 degrees below average. And up there, that's going to be cool. You're going to have 40s in several spots in the UP. I might even have a few 30-degree readings. I mean, that is a cold pocket of air. Now, notice we're in troughing all across the eastern half of the country. But what's that? Yeah, we got a high that's coming in over the Gulf. That's going to kind of work against this troughing. We're still going to be at the base of the trough late in the week. This is Saturday on into Sunday. But when you have a setup like this, you see our winds are now back out of the southwest early next week. That's going to bring a really quick return flow. It'll bring moisture back. It'll bring humidity levels back. And it might start to feel a little bit more sultry by early next week. Again, not expecting any swing back towards crazy summer heat, but When I look at this map and I see southwesterly winds, I think we're going to see moisture coming back into play, and our rain chances do look to be higher by later next week, but that's way off in the distance, so we'll continue to watch this. Again, troughing really lets up, and we have ridging over the eastern mid-Atlantic, Outer Banks, so highest heat levels will be across the Carolinas, across Virginia, and South Georgia, while we see a bit of a cooling trend for the western United States. All right, rain chances Tuesday. Again, Wiregrass, you're omitted from that. Southern Alabama, no problem. Beaches, no problem. Wednesday, as that weak boundary advances, frontal boundary advances, highest rain chances will be kind of bullseye there, where you have those darker colors, 40 to 60% odds in there. And then by Thursday, that boundary begins to lift off to the north and east, and our rain chances really drop Thursday onward. Rain chances, or rain with that, our rain chances are highest over those days. You look at the 7-day average, I mean, just nothing. I mean, you're looking at the averages of, a 1/10 of an inch to trace amounts, just not a lot. And keep in mind, September and October, we trend towards our driest time of the year here across the southeast and the state of Alabama. So just something to watch. We've received here right about what we should have on the year in terms of precip in central Alabama. There's a few spots to the south there, a little bit drier, but no major drought concerns. Next tropical wave is coming off the African coastline. 50% chance of development over the next 7 days. This is very typical. You see a map like this almost weekly. The pattern is such that you have these lows that come off the African coastline, where the Saharan dry air meets this really tropical air mass that sits just to the south of the Sahara and closer to the equator. So we see these waves come off. It just depends. Do they materialize when they get into the open waters? Do they not? So we'll watch this very closely, but poses absolutely no threat to any landmass anytime soon. Names, Gabrielle would be the next. Then you can see on down the list. Hopefully we don't get too far down this list, as I always say. And here's our roadmap for the tropics. We are right here, smack right in about the middle of tropical or hurricane season. Thankful for a quiet start to September. So that'll do it for the weather forecast discussion here on this Labor Day. Again, happy September. By the end of this month, we may have our first 40s across much of Alabama. Then again, been wrong before, and we've been much hotter than that. In September last year, we had a stretch of mid-90s in Birmingham from the 20th to 24th, so it can still get hot. But either way, hope you guys have a great start to the week, great start to the month. See you next time.